What if the secret to renewed energy after 60 wasn't in a pill, but in something sitting quietly in your pantry? Have you been feeling tired, sluggish, or not quite yourself lately? You're not alone and it's not your fault. And here's the twist. Just 3 common nuts. Yes, nuts might be the missing key to restoring your strength, balance, and even bedroom performance. Hi, I'm Dr. Nana, and in today's video from Senior Health Boost, we're uncovering a natural, science-backed path to feeling younger, stronger, and more alive without expensive supplements or medications. As we age, most of us face a hard truth. The energy that once felt endless now disappears before noon. Motivation fades. Fatigue creeps in. Even your body's natural responses, whether physical strength or intimacy, start to feel unfamiliar. And you're left wondering, is this my new normal? But here's the good news, it doesn't have to be. Instead of reaching for costly prescriptions or unproven supplements, what if the solution was simple, accessible, and already growing on trees? I'm talking about 3 powerhouse nuts, everyday superfoods that interact with your biology to restore what aging slowly takes away. These aren't gimmicks or fads. Each of these nuts is backed by science and has proven benefits to boost circulation, enhance testosterone levels, and improve energy. Best of all, they don't work alone. When used together, their effects multiply, creating a powerful trifecta for vitality, balance, and stamina. Let's begin with the first on the list. Walnuts, the unsung hero of circulation and confidence. Walnuts, the circulation king. If you've been feeling like your get up and go got up and left, walnuts might be just what you need to bring it back. These little nuts are rich in arginine, an amino acid that helps your body produce nitric oxide, a compound essential for healthy blood flow. As we grow older, our bodies naturally produce less nitric oxide, and that leads to poor circulation, lower energy, and yes, even diminished performance in the bedroom. But when you start eating walnuts regularly, you give your body the tools it needs to restore circulation. You may notice a rise in energy, clearer thinking, and more confidence in areas you thought were long gone. Take my patient John, for example. At 70 years old, he came to me frustrated. He said, "Dr. Nana, I feel like my body just isn't responding like it used to." I suggested he add a handful of walnuts to his daily routine. Within weeks, he felt stronger. His stamina improved. He was more alert during the day and more confident at night. No prescriptions, no side effects, just real food doing what nature designed it to do. But the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health. This means you're not just improving your energy, you're also protecting your heart, reducing joint pain, and promoting long-term wellness. And the best part, it's easy. You don't need to buy expensive supplements or follow a restrictive diet. Just eat a small handful of walnuts each day. That's it. No hassle, no confusion, just results. From fatigue to flow. Why it works. Think of your body like a machine. As it ages, some parts slow down, some parts wear out, and some parts need a little extra help. What walnuts do is restore one of the most important systems in that machine, your circulation. Improved blood flow means more oxygen to your brain, your muscles, and yes, even your reproductive system. It means quicker recovery, better focus, and the return of that spark you thought you'd lost. So, if you're tired of dragging yourself through the day, or you've noticed things just aren't working like they used to, maybe it's not time to slow down. Maybe it's time to power back up naturally. And that's just the beginning. Still with me? Great. Because the next nut on our list may surprise you even more. It's small, green, and often found in snack bowls, but few realize just how powerful it can be for men's health, stamina, and testosterone support. Let's move on to the second nutritional powerhouse. Pistachios, and why they might be the best kept secret for men over 60. Stay tuned. So, we've just seen how walnuts, the humble circulation king, can transform your energy, performance, and confidence as you age. But walnuts are only the beginning. Let's take it a step further now with a nut that might surprise you even more with its remarkable ability to restore vitality. Pistachios. Hi, I'm Dr. Nana, and if you're just joining us on Senior Health Boost, we're diving deep into how simple, natural foods can completely shift your energy, strength, and well-being after 60. Let's talk pistachios. As we age, our bodies naturally slow down the production of nitric oxide, the compound that relaxes and opens up our blood vessels, helping blood flow freely. When nitric oxide drops, circulation becomes sluggish. You may feel it in your legs, your energy, or even in more intimate aspects of life. Sound familiar? Here's where pistachios come in. These little green gems are packed with arginine, the amino acid that boosts nitric oxide production. When blood flows better, you feel more awake, more energized, and yes, more confident in the bedroom. Pistachios essentially help open the pathways your body relies on to move oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to where they're needed most. But that's not all. Pistachios also come loaded with antioxidants, plant sterols, and healthy fats. What does this mean for you? It means they help clean up your blood vessels, lower bad cholesterol, fight inflammation, and support long-term cardiovascular health. These combined benefits are like turning on the power switch inside your body again. Let me give you a real-life example. Mark, a 69-year-old patient of mine, came into my office exhausted. He was frustrated. His energy was dipping fast, and his confidence, especially in the bedroom, wasn't what it used to be. I suggested he start small, just a small handful of pistachios each day. Within 2 weeks, Mark walked in with a smile I hadn't seen in months. He had more stamina, firmer erections, and a renewed sense of energy, both physical and emotional. And all of it came not from a bottle of pills, but from nature. That's the beautiful part about pistachios. They don't force your body, they support it. You don't need to eat a bowl of them. Just 20 to 30 pistachios a day, whether as a midday snack, tossed into a salad, or blended into a smoothie, can make a real difference. And here's another bonus. Pistachios are a great source of vitamin B6, which plays a vital role in regulating testosterone levels. Now, if you're over 60, you've probably heard the word testosterone tossed around quite a bit, and for good reason. Testosterone isn't just about muscle or libido. It's about energy, mental clarity, motivation, and that sense of drive we all want to keep alive as we get older. As testosterone naturally declines with age, we start to feel more tired, more irritable, and even disconnected from the vibrant life we used to live. But the good news? You don't need complicated hormone therapy to fight back. Sometimes the right food is the best medicine. Which brings us to our next superhero, the Brazil nut. Brazil nuts might not get as much attention as walnuts or pistachios, but they're a hidden powerhouse, especially when it comes to hormones. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can supply your body with more than enough selenium, a trace mineral that plays a critical role in testosterone production. And unlike other nutrients, your body can't make selenium on its own. You have to get it through your diet. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources available. I remember David, a 70-year-old patient who came to see me feeling defeated. He had lost his energy, his spark, and told me he just didn't feel like himself anymore. After talking about his routine and symptoms, I encouraged him to add a single Brazil nut to his daily breakfast. That's it. Nothing fancy. Within weeks, he felt more alert in the mornings. He started walking longer distances again. He was smiling more. His attitude shifted. The fog lifted. And guess what? All he did was nourish his body with what it was missing, something as simple as selenium. But Brazil nuts do more than help. Testosterone. They're also rich in antioxidants and heart-healthy fats, which support immune function, reduce oxidative stress, and help with thyroid health. This all works together to keep your engine running smoothly mentally, emotionally, and physically. If you've been feeling off lately, like your body isn't keeping up with your mind, this tiny change could be the reset button you've been searching for. Here's the real secret. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet or spend money on expensive supplements. Adding 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day consistently could bring you back into balance. It's a small action that pays off in energy, confidence, and vitality. So, we've now talked about walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts. Each one offers its own powerful benefit for your energy, performance, and circulation. But let me ask you something. What if you combine them? Imagine this: walnuts open the highways of blood flow with arginine. Pistachios keep that blood flowing with antioxidants and healthy fats, while also supporting testosterone. And Brazil nuts light the hormonal fire with selenium. These aren't isolated benefits. They amplify one another. Like 3 instruments playing in harmony, these nuts work together to create a stronger, more vibrant you. And I'm not the only one saying this. Clinical studies support the individual and combined benefits of these nuts, especially when consumed daily as part of a balanced diet. That's why I encourage my patients to batch their routine. Keep a small jar in the kitchen with a blend of all 3 walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts. Make it easy. Make it consistent. That's the key to seeing results. You don't need to wait months to feel better. Most people notice improvements in circulation, energy, and even mood within a few weeks of making this switch. It's a natural, sustainable way to support your body without side effects, prescriptions, or expensive powders. Now, before we move to the next section, I want you to think about this. What could life look like if you felt 5, 10, even 15 years younger, not just in how you move, but in how you feel? Because what's coming next could take all this to another level. We're going to talk about how combining these 3 super nuts into one simple daily habit can not only restore what you've lost but unlock a whole new chapter of strength, energy, and performance after 60. Stay with me because what comes next might be the missing piece you've been searching for. Earlier, we explored how each of the 3 powerhouse nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, brings unique benefits to senior health. But here's where things get really exciting. When you combine them, their individual powers don't just add up, they multiply. It's like creating a symphony inside your body, where each instrument plays a vital role, yet together, they produce something far more beautiful and powerful than any solo performance. These 3 nuts don't just complement one another, they unlock each other's potential. For example, selenium from Brazil nuts is absorbed and used more effectively in the presence of improved circulation, which comes from the arginine-rich walnuts and pistachios. It's a synergistic effect. Better blood flow boosts how well your body utilizes selenium. And when that happens, your hormones, energy, and mental clarity all rise in harmony. Dr. Nana has seen it firsthand. One patient, 70-year-old Michael, had been feeling chronically fatigued for years. He had already begun eating walnuts and pistachios. At first, the changes were mild, some improvement, but nothing dramatic. Then, we added Brazil nuts into his routine, just 1 or 2 a day. A month later, he walked into the clinic with a grin stretched across his face. "I feel like I got my spark back," he told Dr. Nana. And it wasn't just more energy. His concentration improved. He felt sharper, stronger, and more connected to his body than he had in years. This wasn't a one-off miracle, it was the natural outcome of giving his body what it had been missing. That's the beauty of this approach. No expensive supplements. No complicated treatments. Just 3 simple nuts, Brazil nuts, pistachios, and walnuts, working in unison with your biology. So, why settle for one benefit when you can get all 3? All it takes is a daily handful. Maybe you snack on a few Brazil nuts with breakfast, grab some pistachios in the afternoon, and toss a few walnuts into your dinner salad. It's an effortless routine, yet it could unlock more vitality than you thought possible after 60. At Senior Health Boost, we often say that aging is not the problem. The real problem is accepting decline as inevitable. Far too many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond start to believe that fatigue, poor circulation, or declining performance are just part of getting old. But that mindset, that's what keeps people stuck. Yes, aging brings changes, but it doesn't mean your best days are behind you. Often, the issue isn't age, it's imbalance. And that imbalance can be corrected naturally and gently. Dr. Nana recalls working with Greg, a 69-year-old who had mentally given up. He assumed his energy and strength were simply gone for good. "I'm just too old to feel the way I used to," Greg said. But with encouragement, he made one small change, adding these 3 nuts to his daily diet. Within a few weeks, his energy returned. His mood lifted. He started walking every morning again. It wasn't a dramatic overnight transformation, but it was real, steady, sustainable. There was no magic pill, just natural support. Greg's story is proof that even when the body slows down, it's not broken, it's just waiting for the right support to bounce back. That's the message Senior Health Boost wants to share with everyone. Your body wants to heal. You just have to give it the tools. And it begins with habits, small, consistent, easy to stick to habits. So how can you bring this into your life? Let's talk daily routine. Start your morning with 1 or 2 Brazil nuts. That tiny act sets the tone for the day. Rich in selenium, Brazil nuts help support testosterone production and promote prostate health. They nourish your hormonal system when it's just waking up, giving you energy before your first cup of coffee. Eat them right after brushing your teeth. This helps your body absorb nutrients early and puts you in a focused, positive mindset for the day ahead. Then, come afternoon, when energy starts to dip, reach for pistachios. They're more than just a tasty snack. Pistachios contain arginine, which boosts nitric oxide and circulation. This leads to better blood flow, less inflammation, and higher energy. You'll feel sharper, more motivated, and yes, even more physically responsive if intimacy is on your mind. And don't forget the walnut. Add a few to your dinner, or toss them in a smoothie. Walnuts are your blood flow warriors. Packed with omega-3s and antioxidants, they keep your arteries flexible, your brain sharp, and your heart strong. The best part? You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Over time, your body will thank you with clearer focus, improved mood, stronger performance, and greater endurance. It's about working with your biology, not against it. Some people think the answer lies in drastic diets or medications, but sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest actions. That's what these 3 nuts represent: simple tools from nature that help your body do what it already knows how to do: thrive. Dr. Nana has seen this happen time and again with patients who once believed they were too far gone. And every time, the results speak for themselves. The truth is, you don't need to chase youth. You just need to support the health you still have and optimize it. So let this be your starting point. A handful of Brazil nuts, pistachios, and walnuts, your daily trio of wellness. From hormones to circulation, energy to focus, this nut combo is one of the easiest, most effective health upgrades you can make right now. And if you've made it this far, you already know your health is worth the effort. But we're not done yet, because in the next section, we're going to take this one step further. What happens when you pair these nuts with specific exercises, sleep routines, and key supplements designed to supercharge male vitality over 60? You're about to find out. So hit that subscribe button now and stay tuned with Senior Health Boost. We're just getting started on your transformation. So now you've seen how Brazil nuts, pistachios, and walnuts each bring something remarkable to the table, and how combining them can transform your energy, performance, and vitality after 60. But how do you fit them into your day in a way that feels effortless? Let's break it down into a simple routine, one that supports your heart, your hormones, and even your sleep. Start your morning with Brazil nuts. Just 1 or 2. That's all it takes to provide your body with a clean, steady source of selenium, a mineral that plays a key role in testosterone production, energy metabolism, and immune strength. It's like giving your body a gentle wake-up call that says, let's go. And because you're taking it first thing in the morning, you set the tone for steady energy, not spikes and crashes. Then, around midday or early afternoon, when that natural slump starts to creep in, it's time for a small handful of pistachios. Pistachios are more than a crunchy snack. These vibrant green gems are rich in good fats, antioxidants, and arginine, a key amino acid that supports nitric oxide production and blood flow. That means better circulation, sustained energy, and reduced inflammation. Just a small serving, about 20 to 30 pistachios, can help you power through the rest of your day with clarity, confidence, and stamina. Finally, let's not forget your evening. As the day winds down, walnuts become your secret weapon. Why walnuts at night? Because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which not only reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health but also play a crucial role in brain function and emotional regulation. Walnuts even contain a natural dose of melatonin, the very hormone that controls your sleep cycle. That means a modest handful of walnuts before bed can help you relax, sleep deeper, and recover more fully overnight. Think of this as a full-circle wellness routine. Morning: Brazil nuts for hormones and energy. Midday: pistachios for circulation and stamina. Night: walnuts for recovery and deep sleep. It's simple, it's natural, and best of all, it works with your body, not against it. Dr. Nana often says that nature gives us everything we need, it's just a matter of consistency. These 3 nuts aren't just snacks, they're tools. Tools to help your body heal, rebalance, and thrive in your 60s, 70 seconds, and well beyond. And don't worry, this routine doesn't require expensive supplements, hard-to-follow diets, or hours of research. Just a handful of 3 natural foods that you can easily find in any grocery store. You don't need to turn your life upside down. You just need to make a small change and repeat it daily. That's where real transformation begins. We've seen this with so many members of the Senior Health Boost community. People who felt sluggish, frustrated, or like their best days were behind them, only to find their strength, spark, and confidence returning with simple, natural changes like this. You may even be surprised at how quickly your body responds. After just a few weeks of consistency, you may notice more energy in the morning, less afternoon fatigue, a better focus and mental clarity, improved physical response and endurance, a more restful, restorative sleep, and a general feeling of being yourself again, because aging isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to the best version of you. At Senior Health Boost, we believe your age should never limit your potential. If anything, it should empower you to make smarter, wiser choices about how you care for your body. And this nut routine is one of the smartest, simplest places to start. You see, growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker. It doesn't have to mean giving up the things you love, slowing down, or watching your vitality fade. Not when you have access to real, science-backed strategies that actually work. And remember, your health isn't just about you. It's about the people who count on you, the passions you still want to pursue, the adventures you haven't taken yet. Your energy, your strength, your life, they're all still yours. You just need the right tools to bring them back online. So as we wrap up today's video, here's your next step. Start small. 1 or 2 Brazil nuts in the morning, a handful of pistachios at lunch, a few walnuts before bed. Then give your body time. Let nature do its thing. Be consistent. And don't stop there. We have so much more coming your way at Senior Health Boost, from nutrition hacks and mobility tips to hormone balancing routines and anti-aging secrets backed by science and real-life success stories. So if this video inspired you, if you're ready to take back control of your energy, circulation, and performance, do one more thing right now. Like this video, share it with a friend who needs a boost, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another natural tip to stay strong, sharp, and independent for decades to come. Let's age powerfully, together. This is Dr. Nana, and I'll see you in the next video where we reveal the top 5 natural supplements that every man over 60 should consider adding to his routine for even greater energy, heart protection, and vitality. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and stay committed to your health. This is Senior Health Boost, where better health begins naturally.